Welcome back. Apple has sold 1 million units of its iPad 2 in the United States on its first weekend alone, and it expects to sell more after the global launch on March 25. And joining us now to give us a review of this second-generation tablet is the very lucky Art Samaniego, tech editor of the Manila Bulletin. Good morning, Art.
Good morning.
Of course, whenever there's something new, you're the first one to have it. And lucky us, we've got the latest version of the iPad, the iPad 2.
The iPad 2.
It has yet to be released worldwide. It's been released in the States.
Yes, last March 11. And the global launch will be on the 25th.
On the 25th. But the Philippines will not be part of that, obviously.
Yeah.
But
we're very lucky that we have
somehow you have a unit. So tell us about it.
So this is the first unit in the Philippines.
Okay.
Of the iPad 2. It's thinner. There are three main differences from the original iPad. So it's thinner and it has a camera, front and back camera.
Just as rumored that it would have.
Yes, yes. And the processor is faster compared to the previous one.
Okay. So essentially everything that you can do on the older first generation iPads, this will do and will do it better.
Yes, that's right. So you can do FaceTime with this one. There are other things that you can do, like the web browsing is faster compared to the old one.
Is that due to the processor?
Due to the processor, and of course, it has the a new support for JavaScript.
Is there a new operating system to it, or it still runs the same version?
The OS is 4.3.
Okay.
So, but you can experience 4.3 even without the iPad 2. You can upgrade your old one.
Your older ones already. Okay, so ang biggest changes really is it seems to have gotten even thinner.
Yeah, and lighter.
And lighter.
Yes.
It's got a couple of options available now. You've got this nice white face, a frame happening on it, which sort of really differentiates it from the older generations. But having held the unit myself, it is amazingly light and amazingly thin.
Compared to the old one.
Suddenly, this high-tech piece of machinery over here, which sold what are you talking about? 15 million units, something like that.
Yes.
It seems archaic. It seems old compared to this.
Yeah. So finally, the iPad killer has arrived.
The iPad, and it's also made by Apple.
Yes, it's also
that's
made
a great
by
way
Apple.
to put it. It's got this great little accessory. It's an official Apple accessory.
You just snap it.
It indexes automatically. It's magnetic and turns it on and off. So as soon as you open it, it's on, and as soon as you close it, it's off. And it happens with magnets. So this is an optional accessory right over here.
That's about $39.
Okay, so you've had a chance to use and play with the new iPad 2. What stood out for you in terms of the experience?
I noticed that the browsing experience is faster. Compared to the old one, and also the sound quality is a lot better because if you see, here's the speaker. Okay. So unlike the old one, the speaker is at the bottom.
Okay. So this one, you've got the speaker right at the back.
Yes.
So the sound is a little better. I mean, obviously, when you do have a second generation product, you know it's going to be better than the first because you've had a chance to saturate the market with it. You've had a chance to take in everybody's advice and take note of what people were looking for in terms of
improvements
that
could be
made. I'm just curious to discuss with you do you think the improvements made were largely due to feedback from iPad users, or did Apple, because I'm wondering if Apple was in a rush to bring this out, considering that, okay, this is really still top of the food chain in terms of tablets, but something, units like the Galaxy Tab, for example, has been making headway into the tablet market. It's unique in that it's a little smaller. But the fact that the original iPads did not have cameras on it, was that really, do you think that was key in making Apple rush releasing an updated version?
The original iPad was released January of 2010. The Galaxy Tab was released November or December. So the 1-year-old unit competes with the newer ones.
Okay.
So you can still compare the old iPad to the new breed of iPads, new breed of tablets.
Okay.
So I think the suggestions, Apple listened to some of the suggestions hurled to them by the users. It's like
There you go. So that's a...
Yeah, you need to
roll it up.
Yeah, you need to roll. Stand.
There. See? It's a cover, it's a stand. Excellent. Another excellent bit of design by Apple over there. Okay. How do you find the cameras? This is sort of the big, for me, the big, aside from the fact that it's small, it's light, it's fast, but the fact that suddenly now you have the cameras, it really takes the iPad a big jump. I mean, not only can you enjoy FaceTime, but you can also, obviously, it's a little cumbersome to use if you actually want to take video or photos with it, diba?
So, of course, Apple haters attack the cameras because they said it's low-quality camera and the camera is not so good. But the front camera was designed really for FaceTime, not for taking video.
Okay. The rear-facing camera.
The rear-facing camera takes
720. Is it?
720, yeah, 720p.
HD.
Yes, HD na. So, but when you use a tablet, it's not really good for taking pictures because the tablet is really big.
Okay.
So you do that with your iPhone.
Okay. So it's awkward. Although I have to a certain extent, as an Apple lover myself, I did find the camera lacking in the first generation iPhones, and that seems to be a nitpick that Apple haters will always have. Do you think that Apple has addressed that issue enough, considering the fact that they have received so much flack for it? Do you think that the camera does answer all questions in terms of the quality that's available to Apple?
Yes, for now, because the purpose of the camera, really, the front camera, is for FaceTime. So you don't need a very high quality camera for FaceTime, for doing FaceTime. So in the rear camera, you can do a lot of good videos because it records on HD.
On HD. It's just medyo awkward lang to use, like you said.
Yes,
I mean,
tablets are not
smile, really... it's kind of sort of hard to use that
tablets are not really for... the cameras are not really for the tablets.
Okay, let's talk availability and prices. This is going to be a hot item, but much like the original iPad, we never got a hold of it soon enough. People always had to find ways to get a hold of it. The world release is going to be on March 25, but we are not going to be part of that.
Yes.
What's availability going to be like?
So, actually, Apple promised that the inventory would be there, but I think they will also fail in this time because at first they said the delivery time will be 3 to 4 days, but now it has become 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. So the camera, here, I'm taking a picture of Art right over there. Oh man! All right, but yeah, the camera does look pretty good. Looks pretty excellent to me.
See, looks like me.
Yeah. Good job, Apple. Good job, Apple. So you're saying that stocks mahirap pa rin to. It's still going to be hard.
Yes.
Assuming you had the money to pay for it anyway, because the prices, though high for a gadget of this caliber, is actually not too crazy. We're talking about 23,990 for the 16 gig Wi-Fi, all the way up to 40,990 for the 64 gig.
But that's not the price right now.
Okay.
It's more than double now.
Obviously,
right now.
if you want to get a hold of one right now.
Yes, right now, if you want to get hold of it, you need to shell out more.
Forget it. Yeah, forget it. You're not going to get anywhere near that price. All right. What are some of the other smaller features that you don't find from the original to here, sort of mga sweeteners lang that really aren't deal breakers, but sort of add to the value that you get?
Well, the FaceTime is number one. You can do FaceTime, so it would have a new application.
Okay.
You will have a bigger face to look at, not the small one.
Okay, big FaceTime.
Yeah, big FaceTime.
All right.
So the speaker is different now. Also the dock, it's different. Look at the dock.
So
it's angled.
Which is, I think,
compared to the old one.
Straight flat. How does that work? Because my one nitpick with the original was the angle at which the wire came out. If you were going to use it, you'd always bend the wire.
Yes.
Is that something that's been addressed?
It's the same.
It's still the same.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we're gonna have to wait for the iPad 3 for them to solve that little nitpick of mine.
And by the way, the first person in line in New York, she sold her slot for $900.
there's a lot of people going to be making a lot of money for another great product from Apple, but definitely worth it because for Apple lovers, and you don't have to be an Apple lover to see that this is really a great product. I mean, I'm a fan myself, so I'm a little biased. So, but definitely, certainly worth the wait and certainly worth the money that people are going to be shelling out to get their hands on a great new product. Thank you for sharing your toys with us again, Art.
You're welcome.
Anytime, please. Whenever you have something new, do drop by. That's the latest on the iPad.